My sister-in-law tried to exclude my adopted daughter from the party. But 32 relatives stood up for her. My sister-in-law attempted to bar my adopted daughter from the celebration. But 32 family members rallied in her defense, leading to her humiliating exit. My phone screen flashed with her message, sharp as a blade. Don't bring that stranger. I glanced at my 11-year-old, Sophie, holding her shimmering dress and a handcrafted card, and realized this night wasn't just about an engagement. It was about defining what family truly means. My breath caught, but seeing Sophie's proud smile as she clutched her carefully wrapped gift, I knew I had to shield her joy at all costs. In the kitchen, Sophie was showing me her outfit, bubbling with excitement for my sister's engagement party tomorrow. We had welcomed her into our family 4 months ago, and she was still eager to prove herself, making family gatherings deeply meaningful. She had just finished wrapping the couple's gift when my phone buzzed. It was Vanessa, my sister-in-law. Don't bring that outsider to the engagement party. This is for true family only, not some pity case you took in to feel better about yourselves. I stared at the words in disgust. Before I could hide the screen, Sophie saw it. That's about me, she said, her voice trembling, her lip quivered. I'm an outsider, a pity case? Tears welled up. I'm not real family, she was sobbing now. Everyone hugged me at Christmas. They do love me, right? I tried to comfort her. I worked so hard to be good for you, she cried. I saved for weeks for their gift. I thought if I gave them something special, her voice broke. Am I going back to foster care? That shattered me. I pulled her into a tight embrace. Listen, sweetheart, I said, you're never going back. We're going to that party. Vanessa doesn't decide who's family. She sniffled, but she said I don't fit. Then we'll make you fit so perfectly she'll have nothing to say. I wiped her tears. Do you want to wear your sparkly dress? Her eyes brightened faintly. The one with rainbows? Every single rainbow. I sent a screenshot of Vanessa's text to my husband. He stormed downstairs, his face tense, and knelt beside Sophie. Vanessa said that about you? She nodded. Well, she's about to learn what happens when you mess with our daughter. Sophie's eyes widened at daughter. My phone rang again. Go get your sparkly dress. We're making it even better, I told her. My sister Julia, the bride-to-be, called. Mom sent me Vanessa's text. I'm furious. Put me on speaker. I did. Sophie, honey, I need you at my party. You have a special role, something secret. Sophie's face lit up. Really? Absolutely. Wear your best outfit. As Sophie tried on her dress, Vanessa texted again, just confirming you got my message. I assume she won't be there. I ignored it. My mother-in-law called next. I saw Vanessa's texts. That woman married my son, but Sophie's more family than she'll ever be. Sophie overheard, whispering, Grandma said I'm family. You've been family since day one, I assured her. Then my teenage nephew, Vanessa's son, texted. Mom's acting weird about Sophie. I'm wearing a sparkly bow tie tomorrow to match her. Even Vanessa's kids were taking a stand. We rushed to buy accessories, glittery platform shoes, star-shaped hair clips, and a rhinestone purse. Is this too much? Sophie asked. It's perfect, I said. Vanessa's going to lose it, she grinned. Good. That evening, Sophie made another gift, a huge handmade card covered in stickers for the whole family. Vanessa left a voicemail for my husband. I'm not being cruel, but tomorrow's about Julia, not your little charity project. I'm thinking of her happiness. We ignored it. Julia posted in the family group chat. Everyone wear something sparkly tomorrow, even if it's just a pin to match Sophie. Vanessa replied, that's not necessary. Sophie, practicing in her platform, said, yes, it is. What if Vanessa blocks the door? She asked. Then we push through, my husband said. What if? No what ifs, you belong. The next morning, Sophie put on her full outfit. Do I look like I belong? You look like you own the place. In the car, she hugged her gifts. What if no one else wears sparkles? They will. What if Vanessa says something mean? Then everyone will see her for who she is. At the venue, Vanessa stood at the entrance like a gatekeeper. Her expression turned stormy when she saw Sophie's dazzling outfit. Before she could speak, Julia burst through the door in her gown. Sophie, my special helper, she scooped her up. You look perfect. Let's get to work. Vanessa's mouth opened, but Julia whisked Sophie inside. The whole family was there, sparkling, grandparents in glitter ties, aunts in sequin scarves, even Vanessa's kids in rhinestone accessories. Vanessa froze as her children ran to hug Sophie. We love your outfit, her teenage son shouted. You look like a disco ball. This is our cousin Sophie, everyone. During her toast, Julia called Sophie forward. Before we celebrate, I need my special helper. This incredible girl joined our family 6 months ago and made it whole. Sophie, will you be my flower girl? The room erupted in cheers. Sophie's hands flew to her mouth. Vanessa's face turned crimson. Julia teared up as Sophie handed her the family card. "It's perfect," Julia said. "This is going in our wedding album." Vanessa tried to interrupt, but Julia's fiancé shouted, "This is what family does." Vanessa stood, clutching papers, and moved to the room's center. "Everyone needs to hear this." The room fell silent. Sophie gripped my hand tightly. "I have proof of adoption fraud proving this child doesn't belong." Vanessa waved the papers dramatically. Whispers spread. My heart raced, but Julia stormed across the room, snatched the papers, and tore them to shreds without looking. "Anyone who doesn't support every member of this family can leave now." The torn papers fluttered down like confetti. Vanessa shouted about evidence and illegal adoptions. My husband stepped forward. "You need to leave now." His voice was steady, but his hands shook with anger. Vanessa shrieked about lawyers and proof. Her husband, Marcus, pushed through the crowd looking mortified. "Vanessa, let's go," he pleaded, reaching for her arm. She shoved him away, yelling about legal action. The venue manager, Claire Monroe, appeared with 2 security guards. "Ma'am, you're disrupting this event. Leave voluntarily in 2 minutes or these gentlemen will escort you out." Vanessa stood frozen. Her teenage son stood up. "I'm staying with my cousin Sophie." He marched over, hugging her tightly. His younger siblings joined, leaving Vanessa alone at the exit. My mother-in-law approached her. "I'm ashamed of you. Sophie's been my granddaughter for 6 months, and your prejudice won't change that." Vanessa grabbed her purse and stormed out, slamming the door so hard the room shook. Marcus stayed behind, apologizing. "I'll handle my wife." Julia took the microphone. "Time for my flower girl to help cut the cake." Sophie walked to the stage, beaming as the crowd cheered. Guests snapped photos, praising her sparkly outfit. After the cake cutting, Sophie broke down in the prep room, sobbing. "Can Aunt Vanessa take me away? What if the adoption wasn't right?" I held her tightly. "The adoption is legal and final. No one can take you from us," she cried, asking about lawyers and foster care. I repeated, "You're ours forever." Julia entered, holding a silver box. She placed a crystal tiara with rhinestone flowers on Sophie's head. Sophie touched it, stunned, as Julia hugged her, whispering about family being about love, not blood. Marcus knocked, asking to speak alone. He explained Vanessa's jealousy stemmed from their failed adoption attempts over 2 years. He apologized for not stopping her sooner, looking defeated. We returned to the party, where relatives swarmed Sophie, admiring her tiara. Grandma posed for a photo with her, both in sparkly accessories. Vanessa's kids stayed close, protecting Sophie. That night, Sophie asked to sleep in our bed, clutching her bear. She woke twice from nightmares about courts, and we reassured her until she slept, holding our hands. The next morning, Marcus called, worried. Vanessa had spent the night researching adoption laws, printing articles about contested adoptions. I called our adoption lawyer, who laughed, saying Vanessa had no legal standing. She offered to draft a letter if needed. The family group chat buzzed with photos of Sophie, everyone in sparkles, and comments about her charm. Vanessa started a separate chat, excluding us, claiming we hid adoption details. Only 2 cousins responded, telling her to stop. Marcus sent screenshots of her frantic messages. 3 days later, Sophie's school counselor called. During a lesson on lawyers, Sophie had a panic attack, crying about being taken away. I rushed to the school, finding her in the nurse's office, clutching her glittery purse. She clung to me, terrified of foster care. That afternoon, I booked an appointment with Evelyn, a therapist specializing in adoption trauma. Sophie shadowed me at home, afraid I'd vanish. Julia texted, saying she'd uninvited Vanessa from the wedding unless she apologized. She'd arranged extra security. Marcus arrived with flowers for Sophie, apologizing again. He promised to get Vanessa into counseling. Sophie accepted the flowers but stayed close to me. Grandma hosted a dinner for Sophie's supporters, excluding Vanessa. Relatives gave Sophie cards, her cousins saying, "Best cousin ever." She cried, opening them, and asked to frame them. A week later, a lawyer's letter arrived. Vanessa's cease and desist, accusing us of turning her kids against her. Marcus, shocked, had the lawyer withdraw it, confirming Vanessa had no case. At Sophie's first therapy session, Evelyn gave her breathing exercises. Sophie practiced them, visualizing our family movie nights. We made a safety plan, giving her a card with emergency numbers for her purse. She checked it daily. Julia took Sophie shopping for her flower girl dress, finding a white gown with rainbow ribbons. Sophie modeled it excitedly. Vanessa posted online, calling adoptions attention-seeking trends. Family reported it as harassment, and it was removed. Marcus moved to the guest room, insisting Vanessa get help. At school, Sophie gave a show and tell about being a flower girl, standing taller, her teacher said. Our older kids vowed to protect Sophie, furious at Vanessa. Her son asked to attend the wedding, showing texts where he challenged his mother's cruelty. At the rehearsal, Sophie perfected her petal throwing. Claire outlined security plans. Marcus said Vanessa attended one therapy session reluctantly. Sophie made 32 thank you cards for everyone who wore sparkles, kissing each envelope. Vanessa's therapist warned her of legal consequences for harassment. She went silent, crying at home. Evelyn noted Sophie's progress and suggested family therapy. Grandma joined, tearfully praising Sophie's courage. Sophie asked to call her Grandma, and everyone cried. Vanessa skipped the wedding for a spa weekend, watching via livestream. Sophie shone as the flower girl, tossing petals perfectly. Marcus called her his niece in his toast, and her cousins danced around her. Julia said Sophie made the wedding perfect. 2 weeks later, Vanessa sent Sophie a card. Congratulations on being a beautiful flower girl. Sophie wrote back, drawing Vanessa in a family picture. Marcus said Vanessa cried seeing it. Days later, Sophie made another note for Vanessa, carefully drawing their family together. Marcus updated us. Vanessa's therapy was addressing her jealousy from failed adoptions. She had a long road ahead, but Sophie's note marked a small step forward. Thank you for watching my story. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and press the bell icon. Stay tuned for more real-life stories, get more experiences.